Once upon a time, in a big forest, there lived a small squirrel. This squirrel was very brave, although even he didn't realize it. His name was Pip, and he lived in the tallest tree, on one of the highest branches. Pip's home would sway in the wind on stormy days, but Pip was never afraid. He had only one goal, to collect food for the winter. One day, while Pip was searching for food, he wandered deep into the forest. He found so many acorns and pine cones that his little sack was almost full. But just as he was about to head back, he came across a giant shadow he had never seen before. It was the shadow of an elephant. Elephants rarely came to this part of the forest. This elephant's name was Dusty. Despite his enormous size and strength, Dusty had a secret. He was afraid. When Pip saw Dusty, he was startled at first, but then he gathered his courage and approached him. "Hello," Pip chirped in his cheerful voice. "I'm Pip. Who are you?" Dusty slowly turned his head and looked down at Pip. "I'm Dusty," he said in a deep voice, but there was a slight tremble in it. Pip noticed the tremble and asked, "Is everything all right, Dusty? You're so big and strong, but you seem a little worried." Dusty sighed. "Yes, I look strong," he said, "but just because I'm big doesn't mean I'm always brave. The truth is, I'm afraid of the dark, and this forest can be very dark sometimes." Pip was surprised. "But you're so huge, you can easily step over the trees. Why would you be scared?" he asked curiously. Dusty lowered his head. "Sometimes, even the biggest creatures can be afraid," he said. "I get scared of getting lost in the dark." Pip thought for a moment. He knew that, because he was small, he sometimes felt scared of big things too. But he always tried to be brave and face his fears. "Well," Pip said, "I'm small and quick, but big animals like you don't scare me. Maybe we can help each other." Dusty looked puzzled. "How can we do that?" he asked. Pip smiled. "With a strong friend like you by my side, I could travel farther and find more food without worrying about danger," Pip explained. "And if I stay with you, I could guide you through the dark places. Together, we won't need to be afraid." Dusty thought about this and nodded slowly. "You're right," he said, smiling. "When we're together, we can face our fears." From that day on, Pip and Dusty became the best of friends. With Dusty's strength and Pip's courage, they traveled to the deepest, darkest parts of the forest, collecting food and preparing for winter together. Pip was a small squirrel with a big heart, and Dusty was a giant elephant who sometimes got scared. But together, they learned that size didn't matter when it came to bravery. They discovered that true courage is about facing your fears with the help of a friend. Soon, the other animals in the forest started noticing their friendship and were inspired by it. Everyone learned that being brave wasn't about never being scared, but about accepting your fears and standing up to them with the support of your friends. And so, Pip and Dusty wandered through the forest for many years, always facing challenges together. Whenever something scary appeared, they would help each other and grow stronger because of it. In the end, they collected all the food they needed before winter came and snuggled into their warm homes. The other animals learned that you don't have to be big to be brave. Courage lives inside everyone, no matter how small or large, and they all lived happily ever after.